It's time for another recap on the latest from the race around the world. So this episode, the teams traveled to India, which first of all, this place looks stunning and I would love to visit myself.
Right.
Not that anybody asked for my opinion, but that's it. Okay, so we start with the first roadblock called Who's Feeling Balanced. First of all, this looked horrible and I would never want to do this. Yep. They essentially, as you can see, have all these like very traditional Indian bowls that they have to stack on their head and then do a dance.
Compared to the 9.
Yeah, but they're professionals. You know, they've been doing it forever. But as you can see, they kind of had to like follow in suit with what the other ladies were doing. There was like a little dance, a little walk around they had to do. And the key was the bowls could not fall off their head. But they also had to get the dance right and the hand motions and stuff right as well. The interesting thing about this is that we see
Robin Corey.
Who struggled very hard on this one. And it was kind of scary.
I was a little nervous. I'm rooting for him.
Because they've been at the top of the pack, and we definitely saw them fall this episode, which was terrifying.
Right.
I don't know. How do you think you would do at this challenge?
You know, I don't know. I'd like to think I could maybe do it, but it's the balancing part.
See, I think I have no balance in general, so I don't think putting things on my head it would get any better. Like, I think it would just be way worse.
It's like, who was it? Was it Corey that said it? Like, their head was like shaped weird or something. So it's like, you know, I can't find the balance.
See, and I also think my head is shaped weird, so it just wouldn't be good. It would not be good at all. Okay, so then we end up on this episode's detours. So the options are all dolled up versus the big picture. So the big picture is what you're seeing on screen right now. Basically, they had to model these like painting picture things, but it was very detailed. Yeah. So you can see they had like costumes, outfits, there was different instruments, and like everything mattered to, like there may have been like a little scarf they had to wear a certain way, or standing a certain way.
A complicated spot the difference.
Yeah, but we were talking today, it's interesting because some people made it look super easy and some people made it look incredibly hard, so I don't know how I would fare.
Because the sisters said that they were there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that just seems crazy to me that you would stay there for that long.
Yeah. Well, and they acknowledged that, though, in the episode. Yeah. They're like, they had a rule, what was it, 20 minutes?
It was like half an hour or
half an hour. It wasn't that much time. And they were like, we broke our own rules. So it was very interesting. On the other side of it, we had the all dolled up, where you essentially had to make these like doll puppet things and then let them play in like a little puppet show. Now, what's interesting about this one, we also talked about this today, and it seemed harder than how it looked on TV. Like, all the teams actually made it look very simple, which I thought was super fascinating.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone for this one. I would have gone for the other one. Because just also when they said, like, having to build it, I was like, oh, you're going to have to, like, carve it out, too. You know, that's what I would have thought originally.
But really, it was just kind of like you put the clothing on it, and then you just had to walk up and let it play. And that was what was funny, is, like, you had to, like, put on a show. But literally, I think in the next picture, you'll see they literally just, like, took their hands and went up and down. It wasn't like they had to do anything super special. So I thought that was really funny. Now, one of the most exciting things about this episode is the race to the pit stop. So you have Joe and Ian and Morgan and Lena racing to the pit stop. Also, this is Annalie and Steve, I believe his name is. They got first place finally. They've been like itching to get that first place spot, and they didn't because whatever. But anyway, so they're racing to this pit stop. They're in, what do you remember what these rickshaw, something
like that.
Yeah, some kind of like taxi thing. And they were literally racing each other side by side to the pit stop.
It was honestly so funny. And I was really hoping we could see them like race actually on foot to the pit stop.
Well, and it's kind of interesting because you've seen Joe and Ian kind of argue a little bit throughout the season, but they haven't been like at the very bottom, whereas like Morgan and Lena have been falling to the bottom the whole time.
Right.
But Morgan and Lena somehow make it to the pit stop first. Well, Joe and Ian go this time.
Their driver said, oh, I know a shortcut. Oh, yeah, got this way.
That's
so apparently he knew an actual shortcut. I was like, oh, maybe they're going to actually get lost or something.
Yeah, and I'm kind of indifferent on them going home. I think that they were a good team. They definitely weren't my favorite, and they had like some kind of weird communication style, I guess, throughout throughout the season that they were on. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about them overall, but they were a very fun interview, and we will be showing that here a little bit later in the show. Super excited to see where the rest of the season goes. I believe on tomorrow night's episode, they do another leg in India, which will be really cool. Do you think that Steve and Annalie will stay at the top?
You know, I don't know. It could go either way. But also, the detour comes into effect this time, too, so depends on who
the U-turn.
Oh, the U-turn, yes, the U-turn.
And they all have to vote. It's mandatory.
Yeah. So
do you think Morgan and Lena will go home this time?
You know, they've been falling behind so much, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. They've been teetering that line for so long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset if they went home. I'll just say it that way.
I'm the same way.
All right, well, a brand new episode of The Amazing Race tomorrow night, Wednesday on CBS or Paramount Plus. Don't miss it.